All right, welcome back to another episode of It Be Like That Sometimes podcast.
Only a year and a half later.
Year and a half later.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Zach, joined by my friends here.
What's up, guys? It's Pauly B again.
Hey, it's Joel.
It's JVolt31.
Thanks for
here.
coming back.
Before we get started, I'd like to read off a review on some makeup website by Jake Griff. He left a half-star review saying, "Why can't I be on this?" Thank you, Jake Griff. We do appreciate the review. But yeah, it's been over a year since we last made one. Stuff
Still
got
here.
busy.
Your basement still looks exactly the same, dude.
Yeah,
I actually really like the layout of your basement. I'm not gonna lie.
thank you.
Like, I want to talk about it, but I don't know if you want me to talk about it.
I mean, nobody can see the basement.
Describe in detail.
Well,
the
dude, I always
basement so
wondered what
somebody
your
can-
mom's fascination with Route 66 was.
Actually, that was my dad.
For real?
That was all my dad. Yeah, while I was away at college one year, I came back and there was
when
just,
you were
there's just Route 66 stuff everywhere.
For real?
Yeah.
You just came back and it was like Route 66.
Yeah, and I questioned it, and my mom was like, "I don't know why that happened," and my dad was like,
Hey, you know,
I did
everybody's
it.
got their phases,
Yeah.
you know.
"Right."
Well, Sprague. Oh shit! I already said your last name. I'm sorry, man.
So
Are we supposed to say our last names? I thought we weren't gonna say them.
why does it? What?
We're not like
We're not the
shadowy
FBI.
figure on like the TV.
I guess
that,
this is
like-
going directly to my Facebook, so yeah.
What? They know who we are. The only people listening to this know who we are. Shout out to the viewers.
The view, what's up, man? I checked the old episode at 107 views on it. I think only 50 of those were mine.
Bro, yeah, I've been getting revenue off that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. It didn't get demonetized yet after the ravioli story.
Nah. Wait.
So what you been up to, Zach?
Nothing. Going to school, working for Apple.
You still like Apple, bro? I mean, you never loved it, did you?
Never loved it, but it's
Pays
good.
the bills.
It does what it needs to.
How about you, J-Vote?
I've been doing good, you know, working, staying busy. I'm a homeowner now, so that's
You
been,
do, bro. You are a homeowner.
That's been
bro.
very interesting.
Last time we talked, you were still in the basement, bro.
Still in the basement.
Yeah.
No, now I'm on a whole new flex. I got a house, you know.
You got a sweet condo, bro.
Dude, he's
Yeah.
got a couch,
We got hardwood floors.
Yeah, I
and
got
that
a
shit.
sectional
hardwood
I got
floor.
You got hardwood floors.
hardwood
man.
floors, you know, just a little something.
As for the viewers, those who don't know, just got a basic training for the Army. Home on leave right now for probably 7 more days. Did my basic at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. It's pretty rough, dude, but you know I'm back now and wanted to make another podcast with my homeboys.
You made it.
I did make it, dude. And honestly, there was a lot of times where I really was not sure if I was gonna. That's some real shit right there. Like, I really appreciate your letter. I actually laughed at it a lot because it was the Paul Buddy thing and it said non-rip. And I was like, that was funny, but nah, man, dude, real talk, bro. There was a couple times where I legitimately thought I'd still be there right now as a holdover, because the Army its like training program is like, I think it's different for the Marine Corps. Like, if you can't pass your PT or whatever, they'll just kick you out. But the Army is not like that, dude. Like, there's like 2 of my buddies right now that are still there that didn't walk the stage and graduate because they couldn't pass their PT test.
So they just keep going until they make
Oh,
it.
they're gonna send them to a fitness training unit for like a month, and if they can't, which is like they do nothing but work out and like eat healthy and take classes and stuff. And if they don't pass that, they're gonna get kicked out of the Army. So they could spend 4 months there, dude.
And then all for nothing
Yeah,
if they
they
don't
could.
make it.
They could, dude. Dude. So in Red,
4 months
my-
at the fitness place.
at 1 month of the fitness place, dude. So like I was there at basic for 14 weeks of training, and I passed my PT test like the 12th week. So it was cutting it pretty close, man. Like, I was getting.
What's the earliest week you could have passed?
I mean, dude. So like we have 4 phases, right?
Right.
Or 5 phases. We had red, white, blue, black, and gold. Okay, so the last per like phase, it's 2 tests per phase. Okay, so like the last one is the one you need to absolutely 1000% pass to graduate. The black phase one,
Right.
I didn't pass it till black phase, and like people are like, what thing that made me salty, and I understand this because like for example, I'm a really good trap shooter, so like I would get salty if I didn't shoot a perfect round and I shot like a 24.
Right.
And then you have kids out there that are like shooting 9 birds and stuff. And they can't even hit
Right.
12 birds. So what I got salty about is the kids that would be like, because in order to pass, I needed 180 points on the physical fitness scale. So the ultimate score you could get was 300 points. That's like super hua maximum, like, you know, literally the best possible score you can get in the Army, right?
Right.
So there'd be kids there that would be like, man, I was only 5 push-ups away from 300. I'm so pissed right now. I'm like, I literally might not go home. So can you please, like, stop bitching about being 5 push-ups away? That was my ultimate thing.
Well, yeah.
Because everything else I did pretty good on. Like, the marksmanship, I was struggling at first, but ended up doing really well. I didn't get expert or anything, but, you know. And, like, I was, like, all the FTXs, like the field training stuff, like going out in the woods, I was always good with that. And I never had any like disciplinary problems, like disrespect. Like we had a couple people get kicked out for disciplinary, or at least one.
For like disrespecting drill
For
sergeant.
for disrespecting the drills and for like just straight up breaking the rules, like contraband, like sneaking candy into the barracks. Dude, that's a real thing.
Imagine getting kicked out of the U.S. military.
It happens,
for
dude.
having a Snickers bar.
It happens,
Kit Kat
dude.
bar, yeah.
It happens, dude, because people don't know. Some people never embrace, like, the fact that it's not home anymore,
Right.
and they'll still be there, like,
Acting how they were.
I'm my own
Chilling.
person. Nobody can tell me what to do. And it's like, well, dude, I don't know why you joined the military then, because if you came in with the attitude of nobody can tell me what to do, like, bro, what? That's like walking into it like a all you can eat buffet and being like, yeah, I'm gonna eat so healthy today. Like, no, bro, you just like, no. I don't know. That was training it was pretty rough, but I learned a lot. Like, you know, I'm a lot more confident now. I don't like worry about stuff as much anymore.
Right.
But
Changes you.
it did, dude. Yeah, it really did, man. Like, especially with the worrying stuff. Like, there's already been, like, I've been home for, like, 4 days. There's already been, like, 7 situations that would have completely freaked me out, like the old me. Like, I would be freaking out and worrying and, like, looking it up on Reddit and everything. And now I'm just like,
Not paranoid anymore.
bro, it's just, yeah. Because,
It's whatever.
I mean, yeah, one of the moments I knew I really changed was when I was in basic. We were out in the field one day, and we slept on the ground, basically.
Right.
But what we did was we threw tarps on the ground, right? And then we'd make a little, like, makeshift tent with another tarp. Like, we'd hang it on a string, right? So you'd just have that little shelter.
Right.
So it was like, we were like 2 or 3 days out in the field, and it was time to go to sleep. And I crawled under my tent, and there was, like, a bunch of huge, like, pretty good-sized bugs under there. And I've had, like, a fear of bugs my whole life. Like, I would have been freaking out back home if I saw it. But I literally looked down at the bugs, and I just, like, smashed them and threw them out and just hit the deck, just fell asleep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude, it changed me for the better, for sure. And I don't even know what my unit's going to be like. But I don't know, bro. It's pretty cool.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm going on Fort Hood soon, so.
That'll be fun.
Great state of Texas. It's going to be a change.
Texas is a cool state.
Yeah, it is, bro. I mean, like, I don't really know what it's going to be like down there, aside it's really warm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be like a tourist vacation.
No, bro.
You're in the Army.
But, you know, other than that, man, enough about me for a second, bro. I want to know what's going on with Joel, man. I really do, bro. What's up with you?
Like I said, I think the biggest thing is, getting a house and, staying busy with that. I got a lot of projects done so far, and obviously a lot to go. I mean, owning a residence is
I tell you, man,
an ongoing thing, but
you've always been one of the more mature people in our group, I will say.
While
I
also
still-
being the least mature person in the
I
group at the
still
same
don't know
time.
how you are
Can't
old.
be like
You
that.
own an entire crib, bro. Like, that's pretty dope. And you made it a serious investment with them floors and everything.
I don't know. It was just
I gotta be straight.
Yeah,
with
what's
you,
the
man.
return on those bad boys?
talking
What do you
about an
expect?
impulse buy. I just decided, I was like, looking into what it would be to actually buy a house, and you don't really.
Yeah.
For everyone out there, you don't really need a lot of money to buy a house. I'm just saying.
Bro.
But I just crunched some numbers and realized that it was possible for me to do, and rather than renting or something,
Bro, I don't know. My mom is a realtor, but I always told her I was just gonna rent an apartment.
Was she mad by that?
Yeah, bro, because she takes, like, she tries to say all the things Joel, like, is trying to say, like, it's better.
you get
Because the theory is, dude, is, like, You know, you can build it up and then sell it and make money off of it. But I think you just have to sink so much in, and you're taking a risk. Also, with an apartment, like, you could just pay this certain amount, and they take care of everything for you. I mean, excuse me, if your toilet breaks or anything, they'll take care of that, bro. You don't have to mow the lawn, you know.
I guess it depends on your situation. You're living in a city, a house would suck.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this apartment just seems so much more simple to me. But you are...
That's why it's not, you know, a condo is in the middle. You know?
It is, bro. But like, it is, but here's the thing also about, like, an apartment. Is people say, like, people are always like, well, oh, if you get an apartment, you're throwing money down the drain. I'm like, why? They're like, well, you can't turn it around and sell it. And I'm like, okay, bro. So when you go eat dinner at night, are you just throwing money away? Like when you go buy groceries and stuff? Because in theory, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's a consumable good. I mean, you're never gonna get anything back on that.
Except for your health, depending on what you put in your body.
Yeah, I guess so. I've been eating pretty rough since I came back too.
Yeah?
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, like we would just have 3 meals a day, no snacks.
In the Army?
In the Army, yeah, we'd get up. Well, basic, you know.
What's the typical, like, diet?
So we get basically I had the same thing for breakfast every single day for almost 3 months.
Okay.
We'd go in the DFAC, the dining facility, in the chow hall.
Yeah.
And they would have like powdered scrambled eggs, just like terrible eggs, like rubber eggs. You know?
Okay.
They'd have like this awful turkey patty or bacon. I always got the turkey patty because it was healthier, technically.
Yeah.
Then potatoes and rice, and then I'd put like cheese and salsa on it. And what I would do is I would just mix it all up into one big like pile of just food,
Okay.
and I would just smash that. And then towards the end, once I passed my PT test, I started getting a lot of biscuits and gravy and like waffles and stuff.
So they had those options available?
Yeah, dude, like you could get those 7 days a week, but it sucks, man. Like the chow hall food's not great. And the DFAC in the real military, it's supposed to be a lot better.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like an actual, you know, restaurant kind of style.
Where you get, like, decent food.
That's what I heard, but I don't know. But
I didn't know you guys got that good of food.
I mean, dude, like for lunch, sometimes we would have like just some pasta thing, you know, like or
Yeah.
you know, it's not like just MREs every day.
Well, yeah, I knew it
You
wasn't
know.
MREs, but
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know you had that many options.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
You know,
like
that
there
you
was
could
like
choose.
3
I
options.
thought you just walk in and get a tray.
No, there's like 3 options per meal or whatever. Like, it'd be like you could have some chicken or some pasta or some beef, or a vegetarian option. You know,
Right.
there was this one
They
girl.
have vegetarian options
Dude,
there?
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, there was this girl in
Is
our
it
platoon.
vegan?
I don't think there was vegan.
Nice.
There was this one girl in our platoon. She ate 2 peanut butter jelly and sandwiches, like for like lunch and dinner.
Was she
Constantly.
skinny as all get out?
Not really. I mean, she was a normal body type, but she was just vegetarian. So she would just constantly eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, like the whole cycle. And they were Uncrustables. You know what I'm talking about?
They have
What's up?
They're
Uncrustables
really,
there?
yeah. It was weird.
You know, those are. I never thought those were good.
I think they're awesome.
You do?
I never had one the
They're
whole
pretty good.
cycle. I still haven't got one since I came back. But people would be like, just get all weird and stuff. And they wouldn't like the food, so they'd ask to be vegetarian. And then the drill sergeants had to start coming down on them about it. They were like, all right, last time I checked, you weren't vegetarian. Like, this is a vegetarian option we have for vegetarians. They I think they'd specially bring it
Right.
for vegetarian people.
So they were getting mad because people were trying to
Yeah,
just switch over to it?
because it was probably because it was undisciplined, man. Because I saw a guy in a chow hall line once, and he was like looking at all the options, and you know it sucks sometimes. Sometimes the food's just terrible, and you just
Right.
have to pick which looks the least bad. And he was like, you guys got anything else? And I was like, dude, you realize there's like 150 like soldiers behind you, like that just want to sit down and eat, and you're sitting there going, is this? Oh, my palate's too sophisticated for the chicken. You know, it's like, no, dude, just grab it. There's so many people I met in basic who never really changed that much. Like, who, and not that everybody should become a whole different person,
Right.
but, like, never let go of just, like, stupid stuff from the house. Like, we had this one guy who would never listen to anyone besides the drill sergeant. Like, no matter what. Like, we were standing in formation one day, and when you're standing in formation, everybody's got to be behind. Like, okay, so there's like 4 people in the front, right?
Right.
So, like, there's got to be 4 people behind that person. And if you're not in line, the whole thing's messed up. Well, I was behind this guy one day, and he was out of place, so the whole formation was jacked up. And I was like, "Hey, dude, can you move to this side?" He was like, "Nah, bro. Worry about yourself, bro. Like, I'm good right here." And I was like, "Okay, well, you're screwing up everything." And he's like, "Nah, man. Nah, I don't like being told what to do, man. Like, I'm good, man. I'm good. Leave me alone." Like, he had this weird psychological issue where he just couldn't, like, he couldn't take another person who wasn't in a position of authority telling him what to do.
So did the drill sergeant come over? And
Yeah, they called him and they did it and everything, but like, but he had this issue with his mind that he just wouldn't let any of his battle buddies tell him what to do, even if it was for the good of the team. And that really pissed me off because like that really makes like life hard.
Did he get yelled at constantly?
Not really, man. He wasn't really trouble with the drill sergeants.
Yeah.
He was more just like, I don't know, it was so weird because the dude's like, he has like a father. He has like a wife and a kid. He's like a full grown man. He was like in his 30s. But he just can't, it's just like a mental block. It just made me so, I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just so frustrating.
Right, that's annoying.
And another thing about military is like, there's people from everywhere, dude. Like, we had people from Africa in our platoon. In our company, we had somebody from like this weird part of Europe, just some random part of Europe. We had people like that guy from Jamaica, and he was my bunkmate, and New York, and there was like 3 people from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But everybody was so different, and there was so many arguments, dude. There was like always like a fight or two, not like a serious fight, but like people got Article 15 over it. Like now their whole career is gonna look different.
Right.
But it's like a social mess because you ever notice like being in Wisconsin how everybody here we kind of like all know the same things. Like
Well, yeah, I mean we all live in the
everybody's
same area.
different, but like we all kind of get like, oh yeah, there's a fish fry tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like
Friday
or
night,
dude,
gotta get down
even
to-
stuff like just like I don't know, bro, like how we talk to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like how we communicate with each other. Well, when you get like people from all over the country, like that first couple of days, there were some nasty arguments. Like really, people just screaming at each other.
It's not a bubbler; it's a water fountain.
Dude, actually, a drill asked me about that one day. They're like, "You're from Wisconsin, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You call it a bubbler?" I was like, "No," because I don't. I call it a water fountain.
I did when I was younger, like in elementary school, because that's just what all the teachers would call it.
I know, dude, but I always
It's just,
call it a
I mean,
water
it is
fountain.
what it is. I mean,
I think I don't use bubbler anymore, but I understand where it's coming from, and now people just get confused.
I just say water fountain.
I didn't know that Kringle was like a Racine thing
Bro,
until
I
I
think
went to college.
isn't it like Green Bay too or no?
I mean, a little bit, but like I had some people that like have never tried a Kringle or didn't even know like what it was. And
Oh, you'd like bring
I
up
didn't
Pringle?
go. I didn't go like across the country to school. I was up at Stevens Point. Like I'm like, y'all don't know what a Kringle is up here.
I tell you what, I know a lot of people hate on this area, but I really do enjoy living in this area of Racine. Like, or Racine County,
I enjoy it.
Zach doesn't
what are
like
you
it.
about to say about
Zach
it, bro?
doesn't
Because
like
you're
it.
in kind of the outskirts of the county.
I enjoy out here. I'll say I enjoy the state of Wisconsin. Up north is a beautiful place. Being on lakes and stuff is cool. I'm not a fan of Racine. I'm not a
the
fan
city?
of the city.
What's your problem? I'm just wondering what's your problem with
Racine.
it.
I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of cities in general. I would prefer to be out in the middle of like nowhere. Like if
Really?
I had my way, I'd be in a house in the back of a forest on a 3-mile long driveway.
Really?
Imagine plowing that though.
You don't plow that. You should just
Yeah.
buckle down and
I-
hope
I
for the
get
best
that.
until
I
the
think-
snow's
I
done.
think
Bro,
the
how you
thing-
getting to work? I guess. Oh, shout out to Apple, bro.
But that's another thing too. Is like internet sucks in those types of places.
Yeah.
So that's like, I'm not gonna go live out there if I can download 2 gigabytes worth of a game in 4 days.
That's why Mount Pleasant's a nice region.
I love Mount Pleasant. I think and the reason I kind of like the city environment is like, Well, here's what I like and I don't like about it. I like how it has the potential. I'm gonna use you know what Summerfest in Milwaukee, right?
Right.
That's a perfect example, because every year me and Kyle we go to Summerfest.
Mhm.
Like I missed it this year.
Shout out Kyle.
Yeah, shout out to Kyle, man. But
Yeah.
so every year, like tradition, we always go to Summerfest, right?
Right.
And I always get so excited for it, and I'm excited for next time I'll go.
Right.
But like every year I show up there, and I'm like, all right, man, we're gonna like meet some people. Like I'm gonna try to meet a girl. You know, I'm gonna try talking to her, and like
Right.
and like you know I'm gonna try doing all this stuff. And then every time I get there, it is just, dude, a mess. It's just a disaster at Summerfest. There are so many people there, you know, and it's like, but that's what I like and don't like about city life. It has the potential to be so good because there's so many people you can meet and there's so many things you could do, but it's always just a rat race, dude. You know?
Yeah. Right.
And the thing I like about country-ish areas is that just the peacefulness of it, but there's nothing to do, man, besides hunting and
I
fishing.
mean, I like that hustle and bustle, you know. And
That's
like,
what I'm saying, but it
I
can
think it's cool. Like, you know, I really like, you know, like if you live like in Milwaukee or Chicago or something like that. I mean, the amount of stuff that is in walking distance or like, you know, right down the road, or you can take a bus or Uber or something, like, it's just plenty of options, you know, and like, not that we don't have stuff here, but it's you know,
Yeah,
you
I'm
got to
just-
work for it a
And
little bit.
I'm just saying, bro, like, I don't know, it can just be such a rat race sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially in Chicago. You've been down there a couple times, right?
I've been down there multiple times, yeah.
And you're rough, but
Chicago's too much.
I don't know.
Chicago
I
is-
like it. I like. There's just something about the big city, you know.
is Chief Keef still making music?
I
That's the actual question.
think he is. Yeah, he
No.
hasn't. I don't. I was never a really big fan of his style.
He had a weird thing. Did you hear about that whole thing where they said that his gang killed some kid?
You know how many times his gang has probably killed somebody?
I
How
know,
many times
but-
he's probably killed somebody?
I know, but they came out with this. There was like a couple years ago, because I don't remember what gang he's in or anything, but
Chief Keef's gonna listen to
Chief,
this.
the
and
Chief Keef,
he's
the
gonna
kid,
look for a basement with Route 66 gear in it.
In Wisconsin,
the
we're
kid-
about to get shot up.
the kid
Be
was like-
playing Overwatch.
the kid was like 14 years old, and he
Yeah.
made like a diss track on Chief Keef. And
Oh,
they-
wasn't that started with a J? This was a long time
for
ago,
a
wasn't
long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And this kid died.
it? Yeah.
So then everybody was like, Chief Keef killed this kid. And Fredo Santana, I guess, admitted he killed someone on stage and got arrested for it a couple years ago or something.
He's dead.
Fredo's dead?
Fredo Santana is dead,
What?
isn't
Did he die?
he? Yeah,
I
Fredo
don't
died.
I can't confirm or deny
I'm
that. I don't know.
almost 100% sure Fredo died like sometime within the last 7 or 8
Damn, I
months.
didn't know that. Well, who's on top of the rap game right now? I haven't really been, because I've been gone.
I don't know. It's on top.
Yeah, because
Shout
like,
out to Lil Nas X, bro.
Well,
Shit,
bro, I
probably
was-
him, honestly.
Old Town Road. Old Town Road came out before you left, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, because I
was the
remember
last-
talking about it.
it was the last
Dude,
song
you know
I
how many
listened to.
versions have came out since then?
There's remixes?
There's like 4 or 5 remixes.
The Billy Ray one's good.
The
dude.
Billy. I don't really care for the Billy Ray
I
one.
love
at all.
that one.
Imagine being an artist and all you have is one song that
Lil
you're
Nas?
famous for.
Yeah.
Nobody gives two craps about
Well, dude,
your
that's
other
like
music.
Soldier Boy.
He
But that
released
would
a couple other
suck.
songs, bro.
Yeah, it sucks, dude, but like everybody still knows Soldier Boy.
You have to
He's
ride off the
making money.
Who else is like that, bro? I mean, like, probably. I don't know. Like, I always think of Soldier Boy when I think of One Hit Wonders.
Soldier Boy had a couple of songs, I thought, though.
Oh, he had Birdwalk and he had Donk.
Dong.
Yeah.
That classic Dong beat.
I never
feel
really
like
liked that
anybody
song.
could recognize
I never
that
liked
beat if
that
they
song.
heard it. Or maybe it's just me. And
Didn't Eminem come out with something new recently?
the Eminem MGK beef.
That was it. I think so. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
He's thinking because he looks like MGK right now with
You
his
do
new
look like
hairstyle.
Machine Gun Kelly right now. For real.
All right, moving on.
Booster.
No, I'm moving on. No. I mean,
Uh,
Eminem came out with. Did you like the Kamikaze thing? Did you like
I
the,
don't. I'm not a big fan of Eminem.
I am also not. And
I
I
don't-
You know, I really. I
I-
think we talked about this last time.
I don't think he. I
probably
respect
did.
what he does, and I know he has talent.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not gonna say he's a bad artist because he's not, but I'm just not into that.
I just think he changed, dude. Like straight up. I think Hobson changed. Like I really liked Hobson.
I never really
And
listened to Hobson.
his album Raw was really good, and his new album sucked, dude. You know, like, and but I think Eminem was like, when he first came out, he was all about like his own thing and screw the system and I'm this, and now he comes out and he's like, just all up on, his whole thing is I feel like
The Recovery album was good.
yeah, bro, but that was like 2008.
Right. Yeah.
That's like back when, I feel like his whole thing now is he's like, he has to still prove to people he's good, you know? And I'm a firm believer that there is no greatest rapper of all time. Because
There's not.
There is,
Yeah.
but everyone thinks that everyone considers themselves the greatest rapper. That's just all about it.
That's opinion based.
That's just how you do
Yeah,
it.
I know, but people will be like, oh, nobody can ever beat Tupac, or nobody can ever beat Eminem, or nobody can ever beat Ice Ice J Fish, or whatever, you know?
Okay, you can't beat Ice Ice J
I
Fish
know,
though.
but
You need to watch it.
Oh, what's that guy that made that one song, like Spooky Black or something? Does anybody know what I'm talking
Spooky
about?
Black.
He had that weird music video where he's wearing a turtleneck.
Oh yes,
didn't
I know you
Spooky Black, right? It's
Yeah.
Spooky Black.
I think so.
That real soft.
Yeah, and he's like
Man.
almost albino.
Yeah.
What, bro?
I know
have
people that actually
no
like listen
idea.
to him.
Yeah,
but
that,
like
that was a hot track. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
have
some
no
of that
idea.
stuff is good, dude.
I-
I'm still bumping like Lil Peep and Suicide Boys.
You still listen
See-
to Lil Peep, bro? Yeah.
Lil
He's
Peep,
not bad.
I like Lil Peep. I think he's got good music, but I just the Suicide Boys.
Suicide Boys, Ghost Main.
You guys ever listen?
I can't get behind that sound.
You guys
bro.
ever listen
That's a
to-
very niche sound.
Well, I was gonna say, you ever listen to Death Grips?
No,
He's like, you know who? You've never listened to him at all? They never heard a single. one of
it
his
sounds
songs?
familiar, but
Is he? Go on.
He makes like experimental hip hop.
Right, and it's like metal almost.
Yeah, it's like there'll be metal in it.
Right.
It's really weird. I like it.
You know who I like,
Who?
and he's a artist that's like I feel like would be up and coming. Is Jake Hill.
I never heard of it.
he's got some good music.
He's got some really good music.
Yeah.
Him and Josh A. You should. He does mostly like rap and stuff, but it's like different, and like from time to time he'll throw in some like metal, like screamo, like into the middle of a rap song, and it's really cool. He does it well.
I just,
Nice, bro.
you know, I just feel like there's some artists that like are never gonna get above like that medium tier.
I know.
See, for
And
example,
I totally like. It would be great if he blew up and became like, you know, ultra famous. But I just don't see him doing.
you
it,
know who's
what I
like
mean?
that is like Ugly God. He's made like a lot of stuff. but
I
it's
think he's
never-
like.
His music is, my opinion, he's actually.
I'm
bad.
not saying anything.
I
About
don't even
his
think
music.
he's medium tier,
I'm
bro.
he is medium tier. Everybody's heard of Ugly God once.
That doesn't mean you're medium tier.
Yeah.
Sure, it is.
Everyone's heard of Hitler.
Didn't he get?
that is
he-
not the same
I
thing.
should.
It is
Wasn't
not
he on
the
the
same
XXL Cipher?
Yeah,
He was.
man.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you're like top tier, bro. It just they picked him.
I didn't say he was top tier. I said he was medium tier.
I don't think he's medium tier. Even.
I wouldn't say so either. You know who I've been listening to is Joji. You ever listen to him?
I didn't heard of him.
Joji's good.
Joji, I really like Joji, but man, dude, I can't get behind Filthy Frank and all that.
It's over.
I know
you
it
shut
is,
that
but
down.
like
It's so weird to see he came from that and what he's doing now.
it is because
doing
like
now?
I really like his music. And
Filthy
his sound
Frank
and
is
stuff.
Joji.
Oh, so he's
Am
an
I-
actual rapper now.
Yeah.
It's not rap.
Well, it's like
It's like lo-fi rap.
yeah, like he does like the the softer vocals for it and stuff. Like he sings and then like people are
What? He's
for, like-
actually like trying to make real music.
Yeah,
he
for
is
like-
making real
yeah,
music.
he is, dude.
He's
He's-
like extremely famous.
He's got really good
what,
songs.
bro?
Seriously.
Filthy Frank.
And he's all part of 88 Rising,
Yeah,
and that's
like with Rich Brian.
Rich Brian, and
Wow, dude.
Keith Ape.
yeah,
Wow, so he went from
I-
the pink guy shit.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know
he
what?
was always making music while he was still Filthy Frank. Like he'd throw in some music stuff that was obviously meme songs, but then he was like,
Like the Kill Yourself song.
right.
You remember that?
And
Yeah.
then he was like, "Fuck it, I can make real music."
Real music.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, dude. It's not easy to make music. Like,
Coming straight from the Poly B Chronicles.
I'll tell you, man. I have made 3 mixtapes, and I can honestly say I don't really like any of them. And people are all, and I always like, I think it's like a fun fact that I tell people that I like, I'm a rapper and stuff, a quote unquote rapper.
Right.
But like, I've come out with like 10 songs at this point. And I think that each album got progressively better.
Okay.
But my issue with my music is that it's always written in one day.
I was about to say, if you wanted my honest
Always written in
opinion,
one day.
I think you have potential to make like really good stuff because you're just good with words and like talking in general. But since you've like condensed it into one day, it's not the best you could possibly make.
For
You
sure,
know?
dude. But if you listen to like my music, like, okay, so let's start off with the Polly B Chronicles, right? Undeniably, the absolute worst music I have ever created in my life. It was
Okay.
the first one.
Right.
The first song, Disaster Zone, literally had like 5 lyrics. Remember that? I'm getting ready to rap.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, here we go. All that crap. Then it was like the Wi-Fi song, which everybody loves, because with the Ghostbusters beat.
Right.
But if you listen to the lyrics in that song, it is terrible. I literally talk about like just the dumbest stuff, dude. There's a lyric in that song where I say, "We started off working at Office Depot. I told that job to shove it up their depot," and I put that on YouTube.
Yeah, but you can't expect to just start out like being really good.
I know, bro, but I told that job to shove it up their depot is a whole nother. Like, I should have known not to post that.
Dude, you know all these people that sing and rap right now, dude, they made terrible stuff. I mean,
Oh,
look,
it's horrible.
and we were just talking about this last night. Like 21 Savage has what? How many albums?
Like 12 or 13, only 2 of them.
Like prior to even like Savage Mode, which is what I would consider like his first decent one.
He has so much music
Yeah.
out, and a lot of it is not good, dude.
His music is still questionable to me. Just his.
I
I don't
love
know.
it,
Me
dude.
and Paul really like his music.
I
like
love
he's
21
got a
Savage.
like, but Savage Mode was like, it was okay. There was a couple good songs, and then you know, he came out with I don't know. I think the sheer difference from like Savage Mode to Issa album
It's a
was
whole
like
different thing,
crazy, and then Without Warning, which is one of the best, and then Not All Heroes Wear Capes. I don't think his last one was really that great, but
bro. Without Warning was the best one in my
that
opinion.
one was dope.
I
and,
love that 21 Savage, but
because that came out on Halloween.
Halloween.
Right? Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that. That was
'cause
awesome. That was hype.
I remember coming over to your house. I had that big bag of Subway. Come over to your house.
Shout out
bro.
Subway. That was like
But-
your life.
I haven't been to Subway since I got
We used to
back.
go there all the time.
Yeah, I haven't been to Subway since I got back.
But you know, it just goes to show when you get better at it, you work at it. I'm sure he worked with people to help him out and producers and you know people to
Yeah, bro.
work on his stuff. You're gonna get better and better. So
I'm thinking about seriously quitting the rap game.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Cause did I ever tell you what happened at Basic with that?
We heard that you.
Oh, it started out cool and funny,
Okay.
but it ended up being really not cool and really not funny.
All right.
yeah, I'll be honest, I wouldn't have brought that up.
I wouldn't have either.
So it was like the third. No, it was like the end of the first week of Basic, right? So a drill sergeant comes up to us and he's like, "All right, say your name, where you're from, and one interesting fact about yourself."
It's like college classes, first day.
Yeah,
I hate
and everybody hates these,
Right.
you know. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Private Biseglia, from Racine, Wisconsin." And I was like, "Oh, we should say something about the mixtape, because that'll be cool. People like that, you know, like." Yeah, and everybody was like, "Oh, you got a mixtape out? Like, that's kind of cool." And I thought that was gonna be the end of it, right?
Right.
So then we're on the rifle range one day, and then some jackass goes and tells the drill sergeant to go, "What are you guys doing?"
What? We're checking. I don't know what Joel is doing.
There's
I was checking
numbers
this
and
out.
stuff going across the screen here.
Oh, I was like, "What? Are we on some secret show I don't know about or something?"
No, no.
So anyway, we're
Camera crew comes out of the walls.
yeah, we're on the rifle range, and some jackass goes over to the drill sergeant. I still don't know who it was, and says like, "Hey, this is his SoundCloud. Look it up." Okay, and then the drill sergeant looked it up and started playing it at the rifle range, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." Like, I listened to my music, and everybody thought it was kind of cool and funny, you know.
Right.
They listened to the damn Gorilla Yell song.
I think that's one of the best songs, honestly.
Remember that
I
song?
thought that was good.
The Gorilla
It's
Yell?
just got a good, I don't know.
It's got a good beat to it, but
Good
that's
vibe
another
to it, you
lyrically
know?
song where it was just
Yeah.
a mess. The whole thing was like food.
Hey, it is what
This
it
is
is, bro.
it's ridiculous, man.
It'd be like that sometimes,
yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Part 2, bro.
bro.
But,
You know.
but anyway, yeah, I was like, oh, okay. So I thought that was gonna be the end of it. Well, it wasn't, because they kept playing it. And then they kept asking me to rap. And I was like, no, I'm not going to rap. So, one day, it was this, they kept going on and on. And after I graduated basic training, we had AIT right after it. So I never left.
Which is?
I'm a combat engineer, so it's combat engineer school.
Okay.
So we were doing mine detecting one day. And it's pretty hard. It was kind of difficult to grasp. And I had a long waiting line. So it was like me, another one of my buddies, and like 3 drill sergeants. And they're all sitting there talking, and then one of the drills comes up and he's like, hey, this is my grandpa's calling me. Call him back. So one of the drills comes up and he's like, hey, this is Paulie B. To another drill sergeant. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, this is Paulie B, he's a rapper. Sitting there like, and the drill looks at me. He's like, he just came to our platoon. He was like a brand new drill sergeant. And he was like, is this true? Are you a rapper? And I was like, yeah, like, yes, drill sergeant. I'm a rapper.
You have to scream, yes, sir.
No, I had to stand at parade rest, though, and tell him I was a rapper. I was like, yes, drill sergeant, I'm a rapper. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. And then they looked it up on SoundCloud and everything, all that stupid stuff. So then the drill sergeant was like, all right, you got to come up with a rap for us and perform it in front of all the drill sergeants. And I was like,
At this moment.
at this moment, I knew it really was getting out of hand. So I was like, and as professionally as I could, I asked him if he was serious. I was like, are you serious, drill sergeant?
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah, and he's like, yeah. He's like, I could put on a counseling form if you want. He's like,
You can put out a what?
You put on a counseling form.
Which means?
Like, basically, if you get a counseling, you get in trouble for something.
If you didn't do that?
I guess so. Or put it on there that he was joking, I think. But he told me I had to do it, right? He's like, I verbally instructed you to do it. So I had to write this rap, and we were out in the field doing our last training exercise for the cycle. And we were doing grappling hooks and stuff. So they're like, you got that rap? I was like, yep. And I went up there in front of the whole platoon, had to rap in front of everybody.
How many people were there?
Oh, it was probably 40, 45 people.
Nope.
There. Yeah, 45 people and like 2 or 3 drill sergeants.
I would have not done that.
And I had all my gear on and everything.
I would have been like, shoot me.
Yeah. Well, I did it.
Shoot me.
I did it, and it's just, I was like, that was stupid. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then the drill sergeant comes up to me. He's like, all right, now you got to write one for the whole company to hear. Because I was going to do it at the Warriors dinner, right? And I was like, okay, the Warriors dinner, like, it's like, there was like 200 people there. There were like 150 people there. And I was like, all right. So I wrote some more. And it was really bad, and I knew it was really bad. So, like, the last day, the drill sergeant comes up to me. He's like, are you ready to do this? And I was like, nope. Like, I was like, I gotta be honest, this has gotta stop. I literally told him, I was like, I gotta stop embarrassing myself, drill sergeant, because, like, especially when I was in high school and everything, like, I would do stupid stuff. Even some stupid stuff, like, that I didn't think was worth it, but everybody wanted me to do it because it'd be funny and everything.
Right.
But I finally, like, stopped it in its tracks.
Cut the crap, yeah.
And I feel like that was kind of a growing thing for me. Like, I don't know, man. In high school, I had so much fun doing stupid stuff and everything. But I feel like everybody kind of goes through different phases of just, like, how they handle stuff or when to stop.
Right.
But I don't know. It just got really shitty towards the end. But
So you respected that, and
yeah, he respected it. He was like, "You don't want to do it," and I was like, "No, I don't." He's like, "Oh, all right.
maybe that's why he was pushing you.
You don't have to do it."
For you to stand up and say no.
Yeah. But I don't know, man.
I mean, it was cool you did it the first time, but...
Yeah, the first time. You know what I'm saying? Then it was cool.
But when he asked you to do it a second time, that's kind of crappy.
I wouldn't have brought that up at all.
Yeah. I mean, in general, I wouldn't have said that at all.
That would not have been
I know.
my
I
fun
think
fact.
it's a lesson I learned, dude. Like, honestly. Like, that's why I'm thinking about hanging up the damn rap game. Because it just doesn't seem to be worth it anymore. because I mean, I thought the last album was okay. Diary of a Rich Man. Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
Did you think it was better than the other ones?
I think production got better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I still think because you did that in a day, didn't you? Again.
Well, wait. I wrote the lyrics though over a course like 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
And you notice how much better it was lyrically? Yeah.
Yes. What I'm saying though is like, you know, professional rappers and artists and stuff like that take months, almost years to write one album.
Yeah.
And it's because they said, and of course they're making money off of it, so they have the time
I'm not
to do
making
that.
no money off of it.
Right. But I'm saying like the more time you put into something, the better production quality you're gonna get.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know, man. Honestly, I think like just something that I've thought about is like, for example, okay. So we had dudes who'd be like, we had this one guy who was like a really kind of super hyper annoying kid,
Right.
and he would always tell us how many women he got. Like
Okay.
he would just come up to us and he'd be like, "Yeah, bro, back home, it was over. I scored so much and all this stuff." And he's like, "When I go on leave, it's gonna be over and everything." But I heard, well, I didn't hear, but I like read, because I've had problems with like women my whole life, right? Like, I told you we were getting real on the podcast. Right?
Okay.
So you know,
All right.
I've had problems with women my whole life, right? I've had a couple of girlfriends, you know, but nothing like, I've never been like the Casanova guy. I've never been like the guy who can just go out and just get any chick he wants and have this crazy awesome girlfriend, and we take fucking pictures by the Christmas tree and everything, you know, and it's all one big happy family, right?
Right.
But I don't know how you feel about, because you have a girlfriend now, right?
Right.
Are you guys official?
Yeah.
Oh, when did that happen?
June. Early June.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
You have a good relationship, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like, but it took you a while to find someone, correct?
Yeah.
It's like you were single, what, your whole life before her, or no?
No, she was actually my girlfriend freshman year of high school.
How's
Are
that
you
for coming
serious?
full
Right.
circle?
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Wait. I think like, for me, I don't really know what the issue is, but I think it's something wrong with me. Because straight up, like, you see guys that like just can get women, you know? They'll be like, and they'll be more. I've seen guys who are more overweight than I am, who are subjectively uglier than I am, you know?
Right.
And they could just get women. So I really don't know what the I think maybe I try to joke around too much.
I think 100%, not 100%, but I think a gigantic majority of it, and I will always think this, is always going to be personality. You can be an ugly person, like physically, and be an ugly person physically, but your personality is like the best thing to be around, and people gravitate towards that.
No, I understand it, and I think people tend to like me.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have a bad personality.
No,
by
I'm
any
not
means.
either.
I think you have a great personality.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm not saying you're saying
So
that.
You calling him ugly then, bro?
No,
You calling me ugly?
Nah.
Call me ugly. Huh?
I mean, if the boot fits.
Oh, you think I'm ugly, huh?
Fit.
Oh,
No,
you trying
no,
to
but
get it.
seriously, dude, I think people like me because I make them laugh a lot, and you know, I just like I just like hanging out with people and talking to people. But girls, in my experience, women have not looked at me as like somebody to date. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I can't blame them. I can't blame them because there are so many other dudes out there who have them. So it's something up with me, dude. And I really don't know what the hell it is. You know, and that's kind of been bugging me for a while. You know? I'm just being real here. What's
I
up,
can't
bro?
say anything because I'm not like that either. Like
What do you
you
mean?
said, I hadn't dated anybody for a while, and I do think that's because I'm very introverted. I just don't go out of my way to talk to people. I don't go out of my way to meet new
Yeah.
people.
I don't know. What do you think, man?
This is more of Joel's thing. He's good at this, right, Joel?
Not at all.
All right.
I've never had a long.
What?
I've never had a long term.
Dude, girls love you.
Girls do love Joel. Joel's a very
Women
good-looking
love
man.
you, dude.
Oh my god.
You're telling me
For the viewers at home that doesn't know what Joel looks like, it's a good-looking man.
Follow me on Instagram at JoelVote31.
31.
He is a police officer, ladies.
But you're gonna. But you realize that women are attracted to you, dude. Like women like you. It's the same thing with Kyle.
Yeah, but that's
dude,
Kyle's attracted to Joel.
no, dude. If
but that
you,
doesn't mean I'm good.
dude,
with
if you
women.
look at Kyle's been my best friend since 3rd grade.
Right.
That kid has had a line of girls lining up. There's always a line of girls just waiting to date Kyle that love Kyle. You know what I'm saying? And and same with Joel. Joel. There's always a line of women
There is,
waiting to date Joel.
they are exaggerating this situation.
What I'm saying is,
Exponentially.
what I'm saying is like you, Kyle, and Dieter, always have been good with women. Like you guys have always had.
Well, just because there's been a few women that have wanted to talk to me or whatever doesn't mean that I'm good at that.
But you just women are naturally attracted. You're like me, Sprague, like and like.
you
About
guys
to
are
call me
both
ugly.
attracted to me as well, or
I'm not saying I'm not.
Yeah,
but I'm not. That's a whole
saying I'm
different
not.
podcast.
I
man.
didn't know if you were adding your guys'
Shout
names
out
to
Jaden.
the list, but
Jaden's all another good one,
Yeah.
but he is extremely handsome. I'm not gonna lie. That guy's like we can all tell. you know?
That's a good looking man.
He is like utterly handsome. Like
Lord.
I'm not gonna lie. But
Shout out Jaden.
yeah, shout out to Jaden. But like they have always just like had girls naturally like them. Like me and Sprague here, we just had a hard time. Well, not Sprague.
I don't think
anymore.
it's a personal issue that's anything wrong with you. I think it's just finding the right person to to get along with and vibe with. You know what I mean?
I know,
And
man, but I don't.
and I think some people just don't put up with that, or if we're not clicking or whatever, then why draw it out? You don't need to be in a relationship just to be in a relationship.
Well, no, what I'm saying is people tend to like hanging out with me, and I have a lot of friends and stuff. But like, and I have a lot of female friends too. But I just feel like they just don't look at me in that way, and that's why I blame myself for it, dude.
You shouldn't.
Yeah,
I don't know,
and that's
man.
what I'm saying. You shouldn't just because you haven't found somebody that you click with.
I guess not, dude. And I've had a couple of girlfriends, but like, none of them ever worked out. The only one I really liked was Ashley. You guys remember Ashley?
Ashley,
Ashley Buckner.
that name is so familiar.
Yeah, you remember her?
We're name dropping on here.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
All right. No, I don't.
Yeah.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah. You don't care if we name drop?
It's not.
She's never gonna listen to
I
this,
know.
dude. I promise you.
Watch it reach her one day.
Yeah,
She's like,
I guarantee you. So, you know what? Dieter's gonna listen to this, and he's gonna be like, going crazy, because but like he. Anyway, yeah, I really liked her, right? So like, I dated her. She was my first girl that I really like, kind of dated, but unofficially dated.
Right.
So, I was like 17, and I I met her, and I met her whole family, and they all loved me and everything, and all that stuff. And she really liked me, and I really liked her, but it was I'm actually gonna not name this other person, but there was another person who just kind of came in and hickory dickory docked it, and like I snapped her like yesterday, dude. But
Okay.
then there's girls like Taylor, who was the big heartbreak girl, because I worked with her. You remember Taylor or no? I'm not gonna blame
Kind
you.
of.
I'm not gonna blame you if you don't.
It's
remember.
familiar.
Well, we never met her or nothing either.
None of you guys ever met her.
No, I don't even know what she looks like.
You don't?
No.
She was very pretty, like extremely. Well, she was like working with me at Milligers and everything, and I ended up basically rage quitting because I got sore about it because she didn't want to be with me after she made the impression that she did.
That's why you quit Milligers?
Oh yeah, dude. Did you not know that?
I didn't. No. I
Yeah.
didn't.
So what happened was, man, is we were like, I'm not gonna get too into detail because I gotta keep something. I can't put the whole damn thing out there, but yeah, dude, we were like starting to like date kind of, and then I like just fell for her, dude, like head over heels, straight up, just in it, and like she was just kind of told me that she wasn't into it, and I ended up quitting. I got a horrible job. I was like really heartbroken for like a year and a half. But then there was like Molly, who I dated for like 3 months or something, like not even 3 months. You remember? You never met her.
Oh, I remember Molly.
Remember
I
Molly?
saw like a picture of her or something. Did I ever meet her? I don't think I ever
I
did.
don't think anybody but Kyle did. Because Kyle went to kindergarten with her. So the thing with me and Molly is, like, she was, like, just a nice girl. You know, she was pretty nice, and she, like, worked at a bank. And at the time, I was, like, working security at Best Buy. But we just, like... Did I ever tell you why we broke up?
No, I don't think so. You might have.
We got into an argument about music in the car. And then that unfolded the whole thing. Do you remember me telling you about that?
I don't remember an argument.
We were
being-
well, it was like a discussion.
Right,
turned-
but
because she can't. We were driving home from trying to watch The Incredibles 2, but I bought these terrible seats.
so you guys just left at the
So we just left. We left before the movie even started. And on the way home, she turned on some country music, and I wanted to listen to rap music, and then we just ended up breaking up. So.
Because of that?
Well, no, it was because she came to the conclusion that we didn't have like anything in common.
Because of the music.
Because
taste.
because that's what started it. So, you know, she was like, we don't even like the same music. She's like, we don't really have much in common.
So it's something that you guys have been thinking about for a while, not getting
Yeah,
along.
It was
and, you know,
building up.
Yeah.
It was building up, dude, and like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
What?
I just seem to always have issues, like when it comes to like committing.
Oh,
That
me
get-
too.
that
Okay,
gets scary. Bro.
That is terrifying. Committing?
I don't know, and
I'm
and
kinda
that's
the
an
same
issue
way.
that I have with that. I will fully admit that, but
I'm the
Uh,
same way, dude. Because like, but in it's like for me, it's like a double-edged sword. Because
like, I'm not like then I'm not worried about committing to one person because then I, you know, like
Can be
then
with
I
other
can't
people.
talk with it because that's not it at all. You know, I have no desire to talk to a bunch of girls. Like that's not what I do. But I don't know. It's just something about like being like straight up. You know, like because
No,
I've never really had that before, and
you never have.
no, not
Have
know,
you ever
not
had
really.
have you ever had a girlfriend?
Not really. Besides, you know, like you know, a month or so, you know, of like talking with somebody or nothing like official, you know.
Yeah.
That's been long term.
And
so
and
it's-
I was gonna say like I just spent all this time talking about that and like but when a girl, you know, because I had a couple girls like me, like I was saying, I'm always afraid to be like official too. I don't know why, bro. Unless I really like her,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
with Taylor. Well, you know, it's like I don't know, man. Sprague, you've only had one girlfriend then?
No, I've had a couple, but serious, just one.
Just one?
Yeah. I mean, commitment is terrifying. It's
I
scary.
feel like it
Because
should
even
be.
it shouldn't be, but like if you really like somebody, then it's
Yeah.
worth it. It's
Yeah.
worth getting over that fear.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like this generation just has a very big fear of commitment, and I feel like that's why, like, you see older people that are unsatisfied with their relationships and like marriages and stuff.
Because they all got married after like dating for like 6 months when they were
they're
18.
like 18 years old.
Yeah.
They were getting shipped off to Vietnam or something.
For real,
They're
bro,
like,
that's a thing,
let me just
yeah.
marry this chick real quick. I'll come back. It'll be cool. And now they're like, well, wait, I've never liked this chick. I'm 54 now. This is a problem.
This is an issue. I have like 5 kids with her.
Yeah, what the wake up one day and you're like, wait a minute. And like, I don't know. There's just differences between the generations. And I think this one has a fear, which is somewhat good for commitment, because then it like actually makes you think and slow down with what you're doing.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, I feel like our generation is like one of the wildest too when it comes to like casually hooking up with people. You know?
I don't know.
What do
I've
you
read
think? What's the matter?
I've read statistics where that's not the case either, though.
You don't
No,
think so?
we actually, yeah.
It's
I
like
don't know.
gone down.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought we were going pretty crazy there for a while.
I thought that's what we
Well,
were
dude,
doing.
look
I
at
thought that's-
well, dude, look at Tinder. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I think it's more widespread now because of social media and stuff. People have quicker access to hear about things.
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the 70s, you could hook up with 10 people,
That's
and
true.
it's not going to hit the
Yeah.
newspaper.
Like back when my dad was in the Navy in Vietnam, I was talking to him about like what the world was like during that era, and apparently it was just like a free for all, dude. Like people were just that like all the hippies would just load up into one RV, and just
Head down to Woodstock.
you already know what they were doing on there. You know, they were just doing a lot of narcotics, alcoholic substances. You know, and it was just kind of a crazy, wonderful, not wonderful, but crazy. What's the word I'm looking for? Just like a
Crazy time period.
yeah, crazy time period, dude. Everybody was going over to Vietnam and dying and everything, you know. And war has a changed country, dude. Like back in, here's kind of something, like back when we were in the Cold War, I think. Like if you were like, maybe it was World War II. I don't know, but if you were like if you were like on the super liberal side of things, or like on the, like socialist sides of things, you would like be looked down upon by the general community. You know, people.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, people. You know, better dead than red, like Cole always says. You know, stuff like that. But now it's like, you know, you got people like, I'm not getting political or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, you have people like Bernie Sanders and stuff who are like they'll like say like, hey, I'm a socialist candidate, you know, and like a lot of people in our generation will get behind that.
Right.
So it's crazy how much it changed.
I think our generation sees things differently. Like you'll see on the news and stuff, like cable companies and diamond companies are hurting because our generation isn't buying into that. We're not buying
Diamond
cable.
company?
Yeah, like jewelries.
Oh.
Like people just aren't spending ridiculous amounts of money on that, and I think it's because our generation is like, that's so pointless. Why do I need that?
What do you mean, for like a wedding ring?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like people aren't just dropping money on random things like that, whereas in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, people were like, oh, I do need that. I do need cable. I do need subscription to whatever.
I think the only reason that people don't have cable anymore is because, like, Netflix.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I agree with that. But I also feel like a lot of people are tired of watching sitcoms and stuff. Like, it's just not that entertaining. And it's, in my opinion, I don't watch TV.
Like at all?
Not really. I sit down and, like, watch different shows on Netflix and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, sitting down and watching a sitcom and stuff, it's like, if I sit down, even with movies and stuff, I'm not a big fan of just sitting down and watching a movie. It's like, this is a waste of time to me. I could be doing something productive, you know?
I guess so, bro.
Like, why would I sit down for 4 hours watching a sitcom that's not really funny, and I can just stare off blankly at this TV screen when I could be doing something?
Like doing homework or something?
Homework, work. I feel like playing video games is more entertaining and productive on my end. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just how I look at things.
I've played a lot of video games in my life, dude. And I can tell you, man, like, but those are kind of stories of themselves. You know?
It is.
Like, yeah, you know.
You can get really into video games
Mm-hmm.
if it's built correctly.
What?
Right,
Okay.
I think the purpose is obviously to be an immersive experience. You know, you're controlling or you know, making decisions for a character.
What is
you
your
get to play part of the story.
I got a question for you guys, kind of a controversial issue. Like the old, okay, you know how? So apparently, when I was away, there was 2 mass shootings, dude.
There were
Probably more
multiple
than-
mass
probably more than
shootings,
that,
yeah.
Do you guys honestly think video games has anything to do with that?
Nope.
No,
You really don't?
No.
I don't really either.
Do you see our whole friend group is based around video games. Our
Yeah.
entire friend group is video games. Like
It
that's
really
just like the
I
core
think
of it.
instead of somebody playing a video game and blaming it on that, I'm pretty sure there's mental health issues or something.
There's
Well,
gigantic mental health
dude,
issues.
honestly, though.
Maybe that's a.
But
something to
this
look
stuff
at.
wasn't. But this stuff wasn't happening a few years ago, dude. People have always been.
It
crazy.
was though. Like mass shootings.
No,
have-
I'm talking about even like in the '90s and stuff. You think there was? We just didn't hear about it that much, or what? Or the early 2000s? You know?
That's when it was
Yeah.
starting to.
That's when I was kicking off.
It was kind of becoming a thing, and like people have said, this is only really happening in America.
Is it really, bro?
Right. You don't. Mass shootings aren't I shouldn't say that because over in Europe they're having problems where like people are running into people's like in malls and stuff with vans just trying to kill people
Yeah.
by running them over and stabbing them.
I feel like those are a little more politically motivated though. Those I mean, granted, it's not. I'm not saying like like it's not mental health or anything else like that. But yeah, I think that's more of like a religious, political thing than what's going on.
Maybe, yeah, I think you might
You know
be
what I
right. But here's the thing, okay? For like the school shooters and the guys that shoot up the malls and everything. Like, I feel like their motivation isn't it always kind of like they were bullied a lot or something?
Something along the lines of where they feel suppressed by society, and
Yeah, well, why? It just
the culmination of probably having some mental disorder. Because, like, you and I are sitting here, and I'm not like, man, somebody made fun of me 2 years ago. You know, I can go grab an AR-15 from Walmart real quick and just end all of it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sitting here thinking about and pondering, should I go shoot up somebody? It's just not like a
Well,
mental state where
'cause-
somebody could do that.
Because my thing, like, I was bullied a lot freshman year of high school at UG.
Okay.
And, like, you know, because I was really overweight and I was a dude. I was just a nerdy kid. Like, but I never was like, I want to go kill the whole school. You know what? I was never like, and I have a bunch of guns in my house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've grown up with guns my whole life.
And you've never played a Call of Duty game and then sat up and been like
I
holding your
wanna
controller
kill
like,
someone,
dang,
yeah.
I could go shoot up my high school right now.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, so you think it's just a mental disorder?
I do. I think a majority of it is the mental disorder, and I also think that the mass media reporting on these
Get
types of
famous
shootings,
and everything. Yeah.
not even getting famous, but just putting it into the heads of people that were already kind of not
Like not
in
there.
the right mental state of mind. They're like, hey, like, I could do that. That'd be cool. I have an AR-15. I have a shotgun. I have a pistol. I have a knife. And I can't sit and talk on this because I'm not an expert. I have no clue exactly what's going wrong with it, but I do know that the majority of this happening is in America.
Yeah. I will tell you my personal opinion on it. I don't really think there's any way to fix it. And I hate that sounds morbid, but, bro, how are you going to fix it? Because
Well, I think something other than just saying you can't carry a gun anymore or anything like that. I mean, it's been proven, you know, like if somebody wants to do something, it doesn't matter if they have a gun or not. You know, they're gonna figure a new way to do it, like you were saying with the driving the van over people or using a knife or a bomb or whatever. Like, obviously, it's a mental health issue. Like, that should be addressing that, you know, instead of being like everyone needs to take their guns away or whatever else. You know, like
I guess you could try just getting, like, promoting more mental health stuff, like therapy and stuff like that.
I think that's another thing too, is what's cool about this generation is that's becoming more widespread. It's like being accepting of
I think it
actual
absolutely is.
mental health issues, because, you know, there are people out there that are like, depression doesn't exist. You're
Mm-hmm.
just being a baby or something. Or like some type of mental disorder like anxiety or something like that. Like, oh, just breathe. Just take a deep breath. You'll be fine.
I know what you're saying, but I also think that stuff can be overdiagnosed a lot.
It can.
Depression,
100%.
anxiety.
I agree as well.
I 100%
I think
believe
there's
that.
a fine line, you know, like you know, like all the people that are on medication for ADHD and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
I used to
I
date
don't
this
know.
girl in Union Grove, and she lives like right down the street. And you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It was Dawn. So it was Dawn. So I was over at Dawn's house one day. And man, I hope a lot of people do not get pissed off at me because I am dropping a lot of names this podcast.
Yeah, you're going off on this one.
Yeah. Well, I'm only back home for a little bit, so
Screw it.
who cares? Yeah. But I went over to Dawn's house one day, and she was like, she had her depression and anxiety pills, right? And she said like she couldn't take them both at the same time, or something, because like it would make her sleepy or make her like unemotional or something.
Right.
And that to me is pretty nuts, bro.
That's a complaint about a lot of those
Yeah.
types of drugs that try to help mental disorders. It can make you numb, where you're just a walking.
I think that's a huge issue too. Is I mean, I think there should be attempts to try and curb this stuff. Like, before you get medication involved. I mean, if you can, if therapy works, or, you know, if you can talk to somebody and, you know, fix your issues without, you know, having to down a bunch of pills all the time, that should be, you know, like step one, you know, instead of just being like, oh, well, here you go. You sound like you're depressed, so here's some stuff. If that doesn't work, come back. We'll give you a different one and try that, and then, you know, and
How
we
well-
have like a society that's on, you know, where everybody's taking pills all the time. It's like,
How well is therapy accepted in law enforcement? Because I feel like it's not as accepted as it should be.
No, I mean, I think it's getting better. You know, and in the academy, there's actually an officer wellness portion, and
I remember when I
That-
went to
that
the
is
corrections
a-
academy.
yeah.
We watched a video in that book you have,
Yeah.
Emotional Survival for Law Enforcement.
Yeah,
We watched that
you know.
with the corrections academy.
it's just there's a lot of issues in law enforcement with depression and suicide and PTSD and that kind of stuff, you know, and substance abuse like alcohol and stuff like that, you know. And
Alcohol's a big problem.
I think that's it's definitely something that's easily understood. I mean, like, you know, I've had rough days, you know, but like, I don't go home and drink about it because
Yeah.
the next time I have a rough day, then it just seems like, oh well, last time I just drank about it and that, you know, that got me through it, and then the next thing you know, you're doing it every single day or whatever, and it's just not a good look. But
I feel like in the military and law enforcement, alcohol is a huge problem.
It
dude.
is.
Like in both of those fields.
But you know, even just the mental health aspect, like we were kind of leading to. I mean, like I said, I think it's getting better. It's definitely there are more options available. But you know, you could tell somebody 100 times, like, hey, listen, it's not like there's nothing wrong with you if you need help, if you need to talk to a a psych, or if you need to talk to a chaplain or whatever. Like,
I talked to the chaplain
Yeah.
a lot when I was working for.
you know,
jail.
but somebody could tell you 100 times, and you know, they could say there's nothing wrong with you if you need that. That's what it's there for. But like, at the end of the day, you know, you're supposed to be, you know, like the
You gotta
strong,
go out there and do it,
professional
dude.
person that
Yeah.
doesn't get affected by that stuff. You know.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you and tell you that when I was a corrections officer, I think that was the hardest thing I've ever done, even harder than the Army. Because the Army was like, and I'm not in the real Army yet. I just got out of basic, but the Army, it's like you're instructed exactly what to do and how to do it, you know, and even if it sucks, like you know what to do. When I was a CO, it wasn't like getting ordered and stuff or being tired or stuff like that got me. It was like the mental toll that I had on by certain inmates, you know,
Right.
and like problem inmates and inmates that, like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. And I'm not gonna shout that guy out, but like,
Absolutely. I mean, you're in a facility for 8+ hours a day.
sometimes 16.
40+ hours a week. It's already almost. It's gonna be over 40. You know, in a facility with almost 1,000 detainees,
They all hate
some of
you.
which are
Yeah.
convicted of crimes or suspected of crimes, obviously, because innocent until proven guilty. But you know, for the most part, you're surrounded by almost 1,000 people that are not the greatest people
Yeah.
in society. So
I-
yeah, that definitely takes a toll on you, and
I
sometimes even your coworkers take a toll on you in there, and it really has a tendency to burn you out. You know, if you don't
Yeah.
you know, separate that when you walk out the door, because
Yeah.
it's rough. you
I
know?
will say, dude, that it. Like, do you still go to church?
Not often, no.
No. That really made me get religiously stronger. Like going through the jail and going through basic. And that's how I kind of coped with it and like embraced that. And I think a lot of people, even in the community, will turn to drugs, dude, or alcohol. You know, because there's I guarantee there's corrections officers, there's cops out there that have turned to drugs. You know, it's not like it has never happened before. It's not as common.
Yeah,
but,
I
like,
mean, it's not. We're not like saying that like every single cop uses alcohol.
no,
or drugs or
man.
anything like
It's a
that.
big problem in the community.
But it is prevalent.
in the community.
You know, alcoholism and stuff like that. You know, and it's kind of jokingly said around. You know, I think with a lot of people, but you know, it's like, oh man, I need a beer or something. But you know, really, do you, or should you? You know, maybe go work out. You know, or do something else to kind of get your mind off something. And
Dude, this is the most serious podcast I've ever heard in my life. Like last time we were on here, we were fucking around talking about ravioli down the toilet, and now we're talking about like
I remember.
like alcoholism and people shooting
Bro,
up
it's
school.
therapeutic.
I mean, dude, that's
it's
why
good to talk about.
I
this
do
stuff.
like talking about this kind of stuff, dude, because you hear it, you know. I like talking about funny stuff too, but like, you know,
Sometimes you gotta say something
I know, man.
real, bro. It'd be like that sometimes.
I know, bro. That's why I was going off about the girl thing. It's just,
Yeah,
you know, it's been bothering
The
me
only
my
way to
whole
keep
life,
it is
dude.
real, man.
You know, and I, you know, I'm pretty open with people. You know, I guarantee my mom's listening to this right now. Like, you know, like not.
She's listening to it pre-recorded.
Not right
Shut
now,
up,
but
Mrs.
I
Baseglia.
guarantee you my mom is sitting at her computer on her phone right now listening to this. You know, and she's
Full send.
She full. Hey, mom. By the way, I saw you text the group chat. Full send means to like hit something really hard.
Do something with your all.
Like,
She texted- yeah.
just give it your all and like don't hold back.
Did I tell you guys? I don't know if you were there on the fire, but Cole was like, "What does bullying mean?"
bullying. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
He was so mad because like nobody was telling him what bullying meant. So
What-
he was
what?
like going around.
It
and
means
he
like
was-
balling, right?
Yeah,
It's
you're
like-
just chilling. You're hanging out with your friends, bullying.
Oh,
Bullying is.
stunting's a habit, bro.
There's a thing with the Bloods and the Crips, and like if it's a C word, they change the C to a B because they don't want.
Oh, is that where it came from?
Yeah.
What,
Coolin',
instead of
and then it
coolin'?
went to
Yeah.
bullying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that just works with every word.
Just be careful where you use that. That's all. I'm
So
gonna
they
say.
change everything to B that has a C in it.
No, not
So that-
everything, but like that's kind of the idea.
So like when they have
of it,
when they have
I'm
a
pretty
so
sure.
when they have like a drink at the bar, they're like, hey, let me get a rum and Boke.
No, I don't think they take it that far, but
They probably were hyped when the B emoji came out.
Yeah, dude, the boneless pizza emoji.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure that's what it's all about. You know that they exchange some letters to kind of support the.
One of the
Blood style.
most surprising things to me when I was working in corrections was how close I was to gang guys. Because gangs have always like, that's some hardcore dudes.
Back in the day, they're actually you know the show Gangland.
Yeah, it was
They
Racine was
found-
on there.
There was
Racine was on
I'm
there.
pretty sure it was like
Right next to St.
GD was there and. Man, I don't
Are there
know.
gangs in Union Grove? Sprague?
I don't think so. I don't know. Joel would know that better.
I don't think there's organized gangs as you would see in a city, but I definitely, I mean, really, if you classify a gang, I mean, it's, you know, if you want to say that a gang is a group of individuals that, you know,
We're a gang.
that
podcast
that ride
gang.
together, you know, and potentially
Podcast.
partake in criminal activity, then yeah, I'd say there's gangs out here because there's groups of people that live or chill out here that partake in criminal activity.
I always
Wow.
thought Union Grove was the funniest little town. Like, I'm not trying to insult where you live, trust me.
I don't care.
But I always thought it was the weirdest little place going here in high school because, like, there's, like, kids like you who are just, like to play video games, hang out with their friends, like the internet, you know, like, love music.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, like, they're just people.
All right.
Well,
It was nice talking.
no,
to
come
everybody.
on, man. Hey, come on, man. No, but it was, like, there's kids like us, you know? We like playing video games. We like, you know, every once in a while we'll have some beers and, you know, we like just chilling, you know? But then there's like, what I also noticed about like, when I first got to Union Grove, when I was a freshman in high school, it seemed like half the place thought they were gangsters and like rappers and like, you know, yo hood stuff, you know? And then,
Yo.
and then the other half,
yo,
and then
yo.
the other half of UG is like, you know, the country style, you know, like the Chevy hats and the tractors and everything, you know.
Well, yeah, you got all different types.
But
of
it's a
people coming in.
village, so like nobody, there's no like, I don't think there's any farms in Union Grove, dude. Are there?
Dude, Duty Grove? Yeah. I mean, over out south.
That's considered Union
I
Grove.
mean, we're
still?
surrounded by farms right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's west. I would consider any city west of the or village,
Union
whatever
Grove.
municipality west of the interstate is, can it be more country than?
Well, of course,
Anything
but I'm
else.
talking about, you know, it's kind of like Sprague's house, like it's just, you know, it's a house.
Yeah, but
You know? It's a house. Like it's not like,
This isn't a farmhouse.
you know.
I think the village of Union Grove like gets a lot of hate. I mean,
I think it's because of the heroin epidemic.
Opioid epidemic is a real thing out here.
Dude, this
it
is like, how many
everywhere.
people live here? Like
4,000
less
or
than
5,000,
10,000?
yeah.
Yeah, less than 10,000 people. So, 1,000 of them are on heroin. So it's like, I'm just making a random guess statistic, but like,
Just pulling numbers
Pulling
out of
numbers.
the air.
but,
It's gonna be a little asterisk behind that stat. Like,
yeah.
not actually
Poly B
accurate.
study.
Unknown.
Poly B statistic.
Yeah.
Unknown.
But-
Unknown. Do not take to heart.
No, but I don't know. I'm trying to remember some of the old legends stuff at UG. Like, all the crazy stuff that went down.
I think it's a cool little village. I think the only issue or people that have with it is there's just nothing really around.
The Napoli's Pizza's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R&R still
We
there.
were trying to go eat there the other day, but
Old Settlers is still there,
Yep.
isn't it? Yeah.
Seeing County Fairgrounds still exists.
I missed the county fair. I was so bummed I missed the county fair this year. I didn't get my blueberry Red Bull lemonade. Remember that? That sucked. Me and Joel went to the county fair and walked around
you
like.
had to get that Red Bull.
Remember when that
lemonade.
kid like spit in it? He was.
He allowed some carny like what because we were walking down like the
main strip.
Yeah, like the main strip or whatever you want to
I
call
went
it.
up to the lemonade
The
stand.
Midway, and there was this guy that because I think we asked him prior.
Yeah,
because
and-
he wanted all it is Red Bull and lemonade.
He was kind of rude about it.
That's all. So like he asked the guy working the stand, like the food carny guy.
Yeah.
And
He
so
was
then,
a kid too. He was like our age.
yeah, so like on the way back after we actually located the stand where it was from, and he got his Red Bull and lemonade. We come walking back. He's like, "Oh, hey, I found it." And like, he was like, "Oh, it's like that looks really
No,
good." Or
I
something.
was kind of rude about it.
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
he was like, he asked to try it or whatever. Or did you offer? I'm sure you offered.
He was like, no. The story is, I went up to him and I was like, "Hey man, where's the Red Bull lemonade at?" And he was like, "We don't have Red Bull lemonade at the county fair. Like, what are you talking about?" And I was like, "Okay, well I'm about to go find the Red Bull lemonade." So we found it, and on the way back, I went up to him and I just to show him that he was wrong. And he was like, "Oh, for real? That sounds good. Can I have a sip of that?" And for some reason, I was like, "Sure."
He allowed and consented to some
Complete
random
stranger.
carny person to. I think you had 2 straws with it or something. didn't you?
No, he put his own.
I think he put his
straw in.
own straw in there, but
And then-
allowed this individual to ingest some of this drink, which very well has the possibility to
But
run
took,
back down the
Yeah.
He
straw.
took such a little sip of it, it was all backwash right back in the drink. He like pretty much just like got it and let it fall right back in. And I was like,
I think I got you to throw it out.
"You did.
think
I didn't
ended
take a
up,
single sip of it after that."
I think I got you to.
Was it good though?
Yeah, it was really good.
It's just Red Bull and lemonade.
I wasn't a fan of Red Bull. Not much.
You don't like Red Bull?
No, it's
I don't like energy drinks.
Nah,
I like Red
That's
Bull.
not good for you either.
Talking coffee, bro.
Red Bull's, dude. When I started working at the jail, I drank way too many energy drinks, and it started to like make me feel weird. But yeah,
I had one the other day because I was I wouldn't have been able to make it through my shift without it.
all right.
Like coffee wasn't doing it. And I was like, if I don't do this, like I'll literally fall asleep, like sitting here in the car.
I don't know, man. I had some fun times at the county fair. Do you remember the pink taco stand? Were you
Yeah.
there for that? Were you there when I was talking to that girl?
No.
I went up there. You were there for that, right?
Probably.
So we were walking around the county fair, and I had this big monster chewing, like Red Man chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
This thing was like sticking out of my mouth. It was so big. And I was like, I'm gonna go try talking to girls. So then we went up to this pink taco stand. And I ended up asking this lady for her number who worked at the pink taco stand with this huge chaw. And it was just ridiculous. It was just and
Didn't
then-
work out.
No, it didn't work out, dude. No, just because you get somebody's number doesn't mean it's gonna work.
Oh,
out.
you got her number
I
though?
got her number,
Okay.
yeah. Because I tried. I don't know why she gave it to me. She never hit me up, but it is what it is. Have you ever tried just asking a random person for a
No,
number?
that's what I was saying. I never went out of my way to try that. I never.
Have you ever done it, Joel?
Ask like a random girl for a number.
Yeah.
I think I know I've like had like put my number like on a receipt before or something.
Nice.
Remember when I did that at
Yeah.
Applebee's?
I know that's happened to me like 10 times now. Sometimes
I
people put my number on
before
stuff.
I die, I want to tell the dog story.
We're gonna save that for another
Yeah,
day.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
save
a
that
whole nother
We're
thing.
gonna save that for
And
another day.
that I can't tell a dog story, but like it's like, what?
Yeah.
But that would be a great story for the podcast.
It would. It'd be a good story, just not today.
I know, bro.
That's heavy.
That's a whole nother episode.
That could be a whole episode by
But-
itself.
No, I used to go around and I would try it and everything, and what's your guys' experience with Tinder and Meet Me and stuff?
Never used it.
Not even had an account?
Nope.
Ever? Why
Uh-uh.
not?
I just never found interest in it.
Really?
It's
You've had some luck with it, haven't you?
no, I mean, no. Like, I just feel like it's weird. Like, even if you do get a connection, like, and you talk to somebody,
I have a Tinder
Oh, it's-
Gold. I
it's
have
like-
a Tinder Gold, dude.
it's like confidence booster or whatever, because, like, this person obviously likes you enough to, like, match with you, and then you talk for a little bit, and then nothing ever happens.
I have a Tinder Gold, bro. And
Which-
let me tell you,
What, you get unlimited likes?
unlimited likes and like boosts, and I get like 10 super likes. I will tell you, dude, that is a complete waste of money.
Then why do you have it?
Well, I just haven't canceled the subscription yet. I have a Match.com account, and that's the one that's supposed to be like really good,
Guaranteed.
like guaranteed. Haven't had one response.
That's
Not
for
a
your money
sing-
back.
Dude, I want to, but I don't want to be the guy to be like,
It didn't work.
hey, I did not find someone to fall in love with. Give me my money back. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's just, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Because then you have to pick up the phone, dial them, and tell some lady or man on the phone, nobody likes me. Please give me my money back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of some of this funny, stupid stuff. We haven't covered any funny,
Yeah.
stupid stuff in this whole podcast.
I mean, we did at the beginning there. The podcast has been running for a little while here.
How much are we at?
We're at like 80 minutes now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
We could cut it here.
I
and
mean, I'm
just
not. I
leave
mean,
it
I'll
for
keep
a-
going if you guys want,
a
but
serious podcast and make the next one a funny one.
you want to make a funny one right now? I'm just kidding, bro. Not gonna make a whole nother.
I just been staring at this Roomba for the last.
well, dude,
80 minutes.
I honestly want to know what you're thinking, man.
Oh, what about
You
this
just
Roomba?
No, yeah, no, not about the Roomba.
That's a cool Roomba though, bro.
I
You
did
ever
wanna-
run a Minecraft server off a Roomba, bro? That's next level stuff.
I didn't want to
possible?
ask. Like, is it? I've been waiting for it to go off.
No, I have to activate it.
Oh, it doesn't go on its own.
Yeah, here, bro. Check it out.
Oh, you have an app for it?
Yeah, check it out. So
That's
you just
dope.
you hit the iRobot app here.
Turn it on, bro.
Yeah, about to.
I kind of want to get one.
How much was it? Like 200
They're,
bucks?
they're
right?
expensive.
We got it for my mom for her Christmas actually one year, or her birthday or something. But she doesn't like it because it doesn't go in a distinct pattern. But like you can set it up here, so like you can schedule it, like
Yeah.
turn it on for certain days to
Hit
just
the-
go off by
hit the
itself.
clean button.
But if you
It's plugged in, dude.
No, it's
Isn't
on
it
a
gonna
dock.
rip it out of the wall?
It's on a dock.
no, it's on the dock, bro.
What happened?
I don't know. It didn't. It might not be connected right now.
Well,
Yeah, it's
Dude.
not.
Is it turning on or not? I think it is.
it says
My
starting.
grandpa's calling me, man. I'm not gonna answer it. Tell him I can call him.
We can end the podcast
No.
here and give him a call back.
No, I'll call him later. Unless you guys do want to end it.
Yeah, we'll end it here. Don't want to make it too long. But
Only
yeah,
been 80 minutes, dude.
Yeah, it's only been 80 minutes. If somebody made it to this point, they're not even listening anymore.
right. They've fallen asleep. They're just listening to our voices in our their dreams now.
I don't know. Oh, but I gotta get that. I'm gonna look at that computer today.
Yeah.
That's right.
All
yeah,
right.
man. Well, man, we're not gonna be able to make it our podcast till after like another year. I
Well,
bet.
hopefully it's not a full year.
I bet you it might be, dude.
But it might be. But
Well, I'm sure you'll be back for Christmas or something, right?
Yeah, I'll be back unless I get deployed.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll end it here. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully it's not another year before
Before
this
we
next
make
one comes
another one.
out. Maybe we'll get a guest on here. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Griff wants to be on here. He gave us
That was
half
that was a
star.
joke.
He gave
that
us-
was
I said straight up. it'd be
half
like
star
that
review from
sometimes.
Jake Griff.
Yeah.
Shout out Griff.
Love you, bro.
Love you, bro.
All right.
Well, to all you guys, all 50 of you,
Maybe.
That's a
That's
generous
a big number. Yeah.
That's generous.
Thanks for listening. Keep on chugging. I always say, life's pretty good for me right now. I'm gonna be honest. It's not that bad. So
Hopefully next time it doesn't go down.
last time I was on here, it was kind of rougher. So yeah, but the last time I was on here, I was working at Kohl's, working security, 20 hours a week,
Heck
making
yeah.
$8 an hour
There we
or
are.
$12 to $11 an hour. But yep, keep on chugging. We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.